Hello, my name is Molly Miles and I live in London with my dad, my mum, my brother and my dog. I go to St Cecilia's Wandsworth and there are a few things I love in this life, one of them being running and sport and fitness, and I am part of the Belgrave Harriers running club in London. And another one is my desire of communication. Ever since I was little, I've loved communicating, and this is shown when we went to different countries. I'd always make an effort a few months beforehand, trying to learn as much of the language as I can, so that when I got there, I could speak to the locals in their own language. And I believe that that is something very important in terms of connecting with somebody else, which relies on you knowing their language. Another way that my desire for communication is shown is through my debating. I'm part of the debating society in my school, and one of the debating competitions took place at the US Embassy. I got a special mention there for my debating skills, and one of the staff, who was from America, actually enlightened me to the prospect of studying in a US university. Why am I particularly interested in studying in the US? For one, the process of studying in US universities is very intriguing to me because of the open-mindedness of the first year in terms of the different subjects and exploring them. This appeals so much to me because I've always liked to keep my doors open and explore the different subjects. And this is shown in my work experience, where one week I was shadowing a barrister and the other week I was in a surgery of a veterinary clinic. Also, my A-levels, I was currently studying 4, but the procedure is that next year I have to drop one. And I'm really struggling with which one I would drop because they're all so different and intriguing to me. Also, the combination of this with my love of different cultures and travel would mean that studying the US would be such a brilliant opportunity for me, especially with the number of Hispanics and Latinos which live in America, and Spanish being such a growing subject. It would allow me to communicate so much more easily. What would being selected for the programme mean to me? It would mean that my aspiration of studying the US would become so much more tangible, and also independence and travel and the culture would be so exciting. Also, I would never be able to dream of going to the university without the grant because of the expense of it all, which is such a shame because it seems like such a brilliant opportunity for someone. And from the list you'd given me, I chose the University of Chicago, not just because of its location on the beautiful lake and its vibrant city life, and the fact that 26% of its population is Hispanic or Latino, which would just be fantastic for me, as I would love to study Spanish as a further education subject. And the major of this University of Chicago, which would most be relevant to me, would be the classical studies major, the language intensive, where I would study Spanish literature and the culture and just fully submerge myself in its origins. Also, the University of Chicago really appeals to me because of its fantastic athletics facilities, and this would allow me to hit the ground running quite literally if I were able to go there.